the Crypto Dough channel. Now, today we're talking about XRP and XLM. I just got out the gym, so now I'm doing my little cool off session, right? We're talking about XRP and XLM. XRP and XLM. And how, to me, it's going to it's going to revolutionize the crypto space that we're currently in. It will revolutionize the crypto space that we are currently in. And why XRP and why XLM? See, XRP to me is responsible for, how do we put it? They are responsible for large transactions, right? XRP is responsible for large transactions. XLM is responsible for small transactions. XRP is a banker's coin or banker's technology. XLM is a is the day-to-day technology. It's more so for the people, right? One is for the bank, the other is for the people. One is for the bank, the other one is for the people. So I think that, and also let's talk about the developers and the creators on it. The developers of XRP, right? One of the major developers, Chad, what is it? Chad McCaleb. Chad McCaleb also, he's the one of the founders of XLM. Also did coding for XRP. He's the founder for XLM, and he also did coding for XRP. So you probably say, okay, if XRP is a banker's coin, then what about the people? Maybe that's where his spark of innovation came from. I can only imagine. We can only imagine, right? So, Blue, good morning, Blue. How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? So, I wanted to talk about these things today because you can't go wrong. Not financial advice, but you can't go wrong with XLM and you can't go wrong with XRP. I believe that you should have both in your portfolio. I believe that you should have both XRP and XLM in your portfolio. Reason being is it's going to be needed. Why not invest with the bankers, right? And also invest with the people. Why not invest with the bankers and also invest with the people? I believe that XRP and XLM will revolutionize this digital space and this digital era that we're moving into, right? Right now, XLM is, last time I checked, it was 25 cents. The last time I checked XLM, 25 cents. The last time I checked XRP, it was closer to $2. No, it's about $2.14. $2.14. So a lot of people will much rather buy XLM because it's a lower and you can gain actually more profit that way. But I don't really buy these technologies to actually accumulate profit. I buy these to actually be a part of the technology for the long haul, especially XRP and especially XLM. Definitely XRP for sure, because one XRP is going to be responsible for 5,000 transactions, just one. So why would you, not financial advice, but why would you up and settle for less in the next year, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight? What sense does that make? Like, think about it. What sense was that make? So for XRP, I'm a long holder for XRP, right? XLM is more of a daily. So I use XLM and I use the Lobster wallet to acquire other things as well, a part of the XLM ecosystem, right? As far as the XLM ecosystem, I also acquire those things as well. So I'm saying it all to say these two technologies are going to revolutionize the space. Um, Coders came from one project to the next, so they, to me, they're interconnected, like interstellar. They're interconnected as well. Um, You can't go wrong. Not financial advice. XLM is currently at XLM is currently at 25 cents. XRP is currently at $2.14. Which one would you rather? The choice is yours. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm sure you hear the birds chirping this morning as they should. It is early morning. It's about 8:16 a.m. Eastern time. I understand that this is the internet. Um, 8:16 a.m. Eastern time. This is the internet worldwide. So hopefully, let me know what time it is where you, or let me know where you from and what crypto you actually own. Where you from? What crypto do you actually own? Right? Where you from and what crypto do you actually own? And let me know, do you own XLM and or XRP? Do you own XLM and or XRP? I think it's great. It's a great time to get in the market. Everyone is panicking right now, and I like to buy when people are panicking. That's just how I look at it. I would like to buy when people are panicking because I like to buy in the red and sell in the green. Let me repeat. I don't like to buy in the green and sell in the red. I like to buy in the red and sell in the green, right? So make sure that you guys are paying attention to the market. I did a post last night and I stated that the Feds want interest rate cuts, but they're trying to play hardball. Trump definitely want interest rate cuts, right? And he's gonna force the Fed's hand, right? The Feds have until, let me see, the Feds have until June to refinance. If you guys understand financial term, June to refinance. Ramini 5330 said, Hayaki Aku de Indonesia. I don't know how to speak the Indonesian language, but hopefully that means hello, hello, how you doing? All the way from Indonesia. You had Blue from California, 517. We know Cali is about 3 hours behind, or you could say 3 hours forward, depending on how you look at time. So we got Indonesia in here. We have California in here. Who else we have in here? Who else we have in here? So so back to the breakdown of I'm just this is the macroeconomic breakdown. The macroeconomic breakdown is simple. The Feds are going to lower interest rates. They're not going to have any choice because their them refinances is coming up in June. If they don't refinance, that's going to be bad for the economy. They're going to refinance at a what? Lower rate. Just that simple. And that's in June. Do I think we have more downside to go? Hell yeah. Hell yes, I believe that we do because and even when they refinance, we still may have a couple more weeks of downside. But I know that after June, let's just say August, August, I think it's going to be a booming market. August, I think it's going to be a booming market. I think we have a little bit of down leg to go. We can trade sideways and chop for about another month and a half to two, and they're going to shake the weak hands out as they normally do, right? But make sure that your hand is strong. Make sure that you have strong hands, not weak, right? I'm not saying have diamond hands because at the point you have to sell, right? You have to sell, but make sure you have strong hands and you're not getting shaken out the market. Make sure you stay warm. You're not cold. Don't get shaken out in the market. It's no point. That's why I tell people it's good to actually invest in projects, right? And technology that make the ecosystem better. Don't just invest in these hypes and then they crash down to zero. Then what? Then what? I don't have XRP crashing down to zero. I don't have XLM crashing down to zero. I don't have Bitcoin ever crashing down to zero, at least not right now. So that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. Invest in projects that are worth investing in that actually add utility and value to the space. If not, you're just gonna be wasting your time. Literally. If not, you're literally gonna be wasting your time. Don't waste your time. Time is very valuable. That's the only thing that you have, right? And it's not all about the money. Another thing too, And I made a quote earlier on my other page of, if you a man, it's good to figure out the path of what it means to be a right man, than which is more valuable than money. Becoming the right person is 10 times more valuable than money, because money comes and it goes, correct? But your character and your value stays with you for eternity. So make sure that you're working out, you're treating people right, you're not settling for less, you are motivated and somewhat educated financially. Make sure that you read. Because when I have downtime, you know what I do? And people will say, well, why do you know this and you know that? It's simple. I simply just read. I read. How you know so much about XRP, XLM? How you know so much about the crypto world? Reading. If you wanted to ask me, reading, research, same difference to me. Reading, research. So spend your time. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and it's for a reason. Because if you know where you're headed, why would you want anything that hinders that? Why? It's no point. So that's just to give some motivation real quick. Be the right man. Be the man that you know that you need to be, right? And ladies as well, be the woman that you know that you need to be as well, so you can attract the people and or the group and or the community that's for you, right? High vibrational people only. That only makes sense to me. You don't want any low vibrations. All high vibrations, right? So I'm letting you guys know, just doing a quick morning update on XLM, XRP, and how together I think they will go further than Wells Fargo. Let me repeat: XRP, XLM, and how together they will go further than Wells Fargo. So that's all I want to say to you guys today. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful day. It is Sunday morning. In some places, it is afternoon, and in some places, it's Sunday night. So I appreciate everyone. As I would say, much love. And keep an eye on XRP and keep an eye on XLM. Just keep an eye on it. Add it to your watch list, right? Do some research on it if you don't have the financial means. And make sure you get the financial means in order to attain these things, because it's worth it. Even if you have to sacrifice 30, 40, $50 a week, I don't care what you have to do, right? You can wash dishes, you can work part time, you can anything along that nature. Anything you have to do to acquire these things legitimately, make sure that you do that. It's going to be worth your while, right? Not financial advice, right? But it will be worth your while. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Put on your seatbelts. It is time to take off. In five,